All right, good morning, everybody. It's Adam and Will with MarketChameleon.com. We're live on YouTube. Will, how's it going, brother?
Oh, it's great,
Dude, don't
Adam.
tell
How
me
are
it's
you doing?
great. Yesterday was a rough day, man. Jets, it was rough yesterday. It was rough watching
Don't bring your personal
them.
suffering into this
Don't
YouTube
bring your personal
podcast,
suffering into
Facebook
this.
thing either, please. This is one of the great trainers for trading pain has been being a Jet fan. A lifetime of pain and
A,
suffering
a lifetime of
teaches.
pain and suffering, and how can you, yes, deal with pain, get comfortable with pain. Option traders know a little bit of pain is part of the game, right, man? I just came up
investors,
with that.
inv-
It is part of the game, dude.
investors in general.
Yeah, dude,
Whether
you
you're a
can't.
real estate investor or
Wait, no, wait,
they're
wait, wait,
not.
wait, 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 wait. Real estate never goes down, dude. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I've,
It never goes down if
uh,
you never drop your price, man. See, that's a little known secret. Most people don't know that, man. It
that's
doesn't go
true.
down if you don't drop your price. There you go.
Another little known secret is
Yeah.
that it's the easiest acquisition that a government entity can make is your real estate.
Oh, are we
All
gonna
they
go
have to
down
do
this
is
road, man?
raise the
Today, are
tax.
we gonna go down government grabbing your stuff today?
It can happen. Believe me, it can happen. The
Okay.
easiest way to get your money is to increase that real estate tax.
Ooh.
You can't pick up and move the real estate.
Oh,
And
look at
by the
you,
way,
man.
there's a great REIT page, a real estate page on the site,
Bring it
which
up, dude.
will.
Let's see.
Oh, you want to see that?
Yeah, well, come on, man. What do you got, dude? Bring us some info today. So you're gonna tell us all about REITs
Well, I
and
wasn't going to, but if that's the way you want to direct the
well, you started.
chameleon this morning.
I hear you beginning to go off on a government tangent about them swiping your stuff, which
I'm
you know,
not. I'm not. Wait. I'm not saying they're going to swipe your stuff. I'm just. This is from personal experience.
you've had the
Small
government
piece.
swipe your stuff, dude. What they
Well,
swipe?
not yet, but they can. They if you're trying to carry a piece of land and
Yep.
your property's going taxes are going up 20% a year, you try to get a reassessment. They never reassess. You try to sell. You can't sell. And it's either you stop paying on the taxes, or you lose the land.
This sounds like some personal experience. What's going on, brother? I haven't heard this, man. What's
you
happening?
see the sweat dripping. I'd rather not get into personal stuff, but let's just say these REITs. We'll go to the REIT page. We'll go to dividends. You click down to REITs. These are all publicly traded entities that you can get in and out on any trading day, and they will have you. They take the risk of the government taxing them. Any profits you make on these dividends, but you can from here you can search by the subcategories. So you can actually go in and invest in apartments if you want. There's shopping centers, student
Hmm.
housing. That's a cool one. If you want to invest in campus communities, right now it yields almost 5%. You can go through here and get a portfolio of commercial real estate, uh, retail real estate, residential, healthcare. You can own hospitals, senior housing.
So
There are so
you
many.
like them because you can get out quick, right? If you want out,
Well,
in and out.
I feel, look at the yields. Now some of these yields can be deceiving. Obviously, 23% yield. There's
Hmm.
probably some risk in there. You be careful with that. But
Sure.
you can go through and find a mix of entities in the real estate space, rather than going by that one apartment, 3-unit building that will get you phone calls at 4 in the morning, because some
Now
some
I
crack
know that's
is
personal
going to.
experience. You feel that pain right there, people? Do you hear that pain? Oh yeah.
My partner's been beating me on the head for years about this, and I completely agree. And as you
Yep.
age and get older and don't want to get under a sink to change a leaky faucet, you
Yep.
know
Mm,
these
mm,
yields are
mm.
very close, and believe me, you'll profit. Now here's the painful part: when the market goes south, you'll see it in your portfolio,
Yep.
every day. You
Yep.
don't get a portfolio of your real estate holdings every day, but believe me, if you went to sell it, those prices would be down as well.
Yep.
The whole market. So something I wasn't planning on talking about today, but a great spot to look on the Chameleon for ideas. Highly recommend every Chameleon use it if they're thinking about investing in real estate. Compare what they could do in a blended portfolio of products they choose themselves. You can dig right down and really, I mean, you can buy financing companies. And again, did you wait? Let's go back to the start of the day. Did you put the disclaimer up?
Of course, dude. Come
All
on,
right.
man. What do you think? I had my
And we're
coffee.
not
I'm gonna
talking
put up
about
again, man. Just be
we're
careful
not
out there,
talking about
everybody.
options at the moment. We're talking about straight investment ideas. We actually delved into real estate investing.
There you
And
go.
I'm just saying that this provides an opportunity to do your research and find other vehicles to invest in real estate other than actually owning the dirt and paying the taxes and handling the tenant issues
No, we
yourself.
got on
Here,
it because you were all about government coming in and swiping your stuff, dude. When did that? I mean, did you get a letter from the IRS yesterday? God, I hate
no,
when that happens, man.
thankfully not. It's more of a drawn out. I have gotten letters before, but nothing like that. But it's just something I've seen in a personal holding.
Oh
How
yeah,
if you're not making any money at the property and you can't sell it, and the taxes can still go up, you can fight it, and they can still go up,
yeah,
which
absolutely.
leads me to believe they can continue. There's nothing other than giving them the property back. Just let them take
The
it.
only thing, my brother, that stops the man from taking everything are individuals like you and me. That's right, brother.
and and the rest of
That is
society.
the one thing
God,
that makes the United States the greatest country on earth, man. Freedom, my friend. Freedom.
freedom is great. Well,
Yes.
let's get to dig into something else. I we're we're if you look at the earnings calendar, which I had up and I was clicking through, uh, today is the start really of the big earnings.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we have 106, Wednesday 170, Thursday 268. So we have a lot of earnings coming up. So you want to start digging through and look for opportunities to play an earnings play. One thing, we got a early morning email. It's amazing. There are chameleons all over the world, which is
Oh yeah.
incredible. This
Love it.
this was this was at like 3 a.m. This email came through. I had to jump up and run and answer it. But they were
Well,
asking.
why?
I'm just kidding.
That sounds like your housing situation. You have to run and fix a sink,
Yeah,
man.
no. When I got up to it, and it concerned Caterpillar's earnings. Someone was wondering why they weren't today. Why we didn't
Ah,
have them today. We have it tomorrow.
right.
So I went just if you click on Caterpillar, everyone can do this
Because
research themselves.
where they were in New Zealand, they're like, you guys are a day off.
I'm not exactly sure, but the way I checked, and this is right from the site, you can go through and go to the company website from the Chameleon. You click on that,
Yep.
and I went to investor stock
Look at you,
information.
you deep diving, man. And here they come.
Yeah, and then you can go and check, and they announced Caterpillar to announce third quarter earnings on October 23rd.
Right.
So today's the 22nd, so we know it's the 23rd. They announced it.
Right.
So just double checked, just to make sure.
You were right.
Listen, not, yeah. Well,
Or the
you,
chameleon
you
was right.
you try to be. I mean, we use those earnings dates for a lifetime to trade on the floors,
Absolutely.
and now off floor and look for opportunities. And it's something. It's all a process, and the process, nothing's 100%.
Sure.
So you try to give, the best tools you can, but if someone's asking, maybe there was some sort of system error or whatever, but
Yep.
looks like it's right at the moment. So those Caterpillar earnings are the 23rd. The next thing I would do with the earnings is go and look at the upcoming earnings analysis and just take a peek at what's going on, what's out there. This Grubhub is an interesting. It's been on my watch list.
Now, have you ever used Grubhub? I mean, you talked about this one the other day. I guess it's kind of like, is it kind of like Uber Eats? Is that what it is? I mean, basically.
Well, I think they invented Uber Eats. I think Uber jumped on Grubhub's market share.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So you can then click on the stock, see what's popping up for any alerts,
I
stock
tell you one
patterns,
thing, dude.
activity, thoughts.
I don't know anybody here where I live in Costa Rica uses Grubhub. Never heard of that. Uber Eats, I've heard
Yeah.
of. Everybody uses Uber Eats down here.
Well,
Just to
let me ask you this: Is there
as
an
an aside.
Uber in Costa? Is there an Uber in Costa
Huge,
Rica?
huge Uber here in Costa
Uber's
Rica.
been able to take that platform and plant it everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Uh,
they had to put it there. I mean, they're in the midst of fighting tremendous battle with the monopolistic taxi associations. Um, so it's a huge fight, right? And actually, Uber's been able to play this game where they're not really fighting, right? They're using the drivers as the fighters, right? So that's interesting, you know.
well,
Just build this build the base
not
of
only
fighters so you have like 22,000 Uber drivers who then become this like other monopoly
well,
that can like go and
e-
block roads and do all this sort of stuff. It's interesting.
even more important than the drivers are behind door number two. Can you guess? Are
Uh, Behind more important than the drivers in Uber
yeah
in their fight against a monopoly.
against the man. Yeah,
Oh, that's a tough one. I here in
the
Costa Rica,
passengers. The passengers. The,
mm,
the service is so well. At least this has been in the major U.S. cities. The
mm-hmm.
service is so wildly wanted
Right.
that the voting constituents have said, "Listen, we want this product.
Yeah.
We're going to use this product. We're going to vote. You know, you stand against it, you're not going to get reelected."
Yeah,
Basically,
Costa Rica doesn't have that much as I don't feel like that. That's definitely there, and so you have the feeling, the general, the support of the populace is for Uber. That's for sure, because they realize they've been getting ripped off for 25 years. You know, and that's always
but
that's a wake up call, dude. When you've been paying, I used to pay when I would get out of that airport in San Jose and go to my house. It used to cost me over $40 to take a taxi home. Now I can get one for like 15, an Uber, you know. And when you realize that, you go, wait a minute, I've been getting taxis, you know, a couple times a week for 20 years. And you start doing that rough math, and you realize the consumers be getting just raped, and it's
run over,
incredible.
and it was always hard to get a taxi. I mean,
Oh,
you could wait.
oh, forget it. Yeah,
Now it's like they'll pop up in 5 minutes, no matter where you are. I mean,
God,
I used it for the first time the other day.
first
I am
time. What are you
I,
talking about, dude? The first
my
time?
yeah, it was the first time. I just actually downloaded the app.
Come
I'm
on,
the la-
dude. What? I
I'm the
just
last
bought one
man.
of these things. These things. Will, I don't know if you know, they're calling these smartphones. It's a phone, but
Yeah,
it's more than a phone. Dude,
I didn't
come.
realize you could have a computer in your hand. I don't
Dude,
need it.
you
You know,
just.
I unfortunately I still drive a car, but yeah, I wanted to get my car fixed. My wife was away on business,
Yeah.
and I needed to do it midday. So I ran over, and I'm like, you know what? Calling a cab. I'll just bring up this app. They say it's pretty good. I used it. It works surprisingly. It works smoothly.
Dude, are you
Let's
serious?
yeah. Let's
Yesterday
send it.
was the first
Let's send
time
it
you
on
used
that.
Uber. Are you
If you come to,
kidding me, dude?
I've got some great ideas. I'll give you on Facebook,
Dude, that
and it
can't be
won't and it
true,
won't
dude.
and it won't be
I've used
Grubhub.
Uber 1,000 times. How can you've only used it? You used it
Well, you have.
yesterday for the first time?
It was last. Well, it wasn't yesterday. It was
Dude,
last
when
week.
would you use it? You would use it
Thursday of
all the
last week.
time, dude. When your car breaks down, when you're at the thing, when you're going out with your friends and you're gonna be drinking and you don't want to drive, and you know a
Wait.
million, you know, you
There's
do
no.
that every weekend, man. Come on,
There is no consumption of alcohol in this family.
dude, that is awesome. Oh man,
Yeah,
oh
it's
my god.
good. Good
So Grubhub,
McBride.
you're a
Good
buyer
McBride
of
humor.
You like Grubhub. Uh,
I'd actually probably look to. Well, let's look at the earnings option strategies. We should show them that. Looking at that, there's nothing jumping out at me other than selling, which is this is the risky. Remember,
oh no,
it's
yes.
showing up 73% winning occurrences, but that's selling naked out of the money puts. So if you're looking at this, try to look to spread it off, do a put spread or
Show
something.
everybody how to put if anybody's watching and hasn't seen it before, how to flip that toggle there to click it to buying options rather than selling options. There you go.
Now remember these winning occurrences are, that's 55% buying that straddle. So and that's a 50%, but it has had And you can actually show in the table what you're winning. I mean, they had a couple big outlier movers, which is typically if you own options, that's what's going to happen. So all good stuff to look at. And I've got some other ideas if you join us on Facebook.
Oh, we popping over to Facebook right now? Okay, remember, everybody, click the subscribe button, toggle that bell on if you want to receive us first thing in the morning when we're live. And we'll see you. We'll pop over to Facebook in about 5 minutes. Will give his super idea of the day. You ready for that, brother?
Oh, it's a great one. Believe me.
All right.
And it's only an idea on how to research the product. Have fun, everyone.
He's diving deep. All right. We'll talk to you later, everyone.
Bye-bye.